This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Predator Badlands, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Here, you're not the predator. You're the prey. 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 Prey.
Critics are saying it's epic, stunning, and breathtaking.
Many have come here. None have survived.
Predator Badlands, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. Rated PG-13.
30 seconds to
What do you
air.
think about flowers for the show notes page?
These are for the guests.
Hey, I'm gonna need some more books for these mics.
Anyone have the promo for the show notes?
Is this, wait, where's the Fiji water? Is this tap water?
15 seconds.
Somebody get the cat.
I can't drink tap water.
Grab the cat.
Can someone tell Joe's mom to stop vacuuming?
It's not hard to find.
Has anybody
This
seen
Fiji.
my hair gel?
Artesian water, natural.
Quiet on the set. Live in 3, 2.
Live from Joe's mom's basement, it's the Stacking Benjamin Show. I'm Joe's mom's neighbor, Doug, and another broker is in the news. And if you think it's the same broker we've mentioned in the past, well, you may be correct. We'll teach you how to avoid the wrong partners on today's show. For our TikTok Minute, we'll share what happens when you're hired to invest money, you make great money, and in fact, everything goes right, yet it still doesn't end well. Plus, we'll answer a question from one stacker who thought, you know what, I'd better call Saul. See hi and OG. And then I'll share some edgy trivia. And now, two guys who found the personal finance advice you've been looking for. It's Joe and OG. Is that a Star Wars reference?
He likes to call it edgy. We call it fringe. Fringe player, Doug. Fringe player.
Okay.
Yes. Welcome back, everyone. Glad you're here with us. It is Wednesday on the Stacking Benjamin Show, and we've got, as you heard Doug say, just an action-packed show today. Mr. OG, how you doing? I see you're all stretched out and ready to go.
I'm very limber. Period.
That's wow. That's just
It's a little awkward.
You said I was stretched out. I'm
not
limber.
sure the Lululemon tights were necessary.
I know.
False.
And did that seem kind of Rayman-ish, Doug? I'm a very good driver.
Limber. Yeah,
I'm very limber.
I'm very limber.
Yeah, a little Forrest Gumpy.
Only on Sundays.
Wapner's on it for.
We got a great show, but before this, to keep this show free, we're going to do this. And by the way,
To keep the show included.
To keep the show included, yes.
It's like when people say like, oh, no, that's free. No, it's not. Like breakfast at the Hampton Inn is free. It's not free. It's included.
You are correct.
It's included.
The show is included at no cost to you because of these guys right here. In business, there is no room for guesswork. Every shipment matters. Every deadline counts. And when you're trying to keep operations running smoothly, the last thing you need is uncertainty. That's why reliability is at the core of USPS Ground Advantage. From the moment your package is first scanned in, it moves through a secure nationwide network, aiding in a timely and accurate delivery. You get near real-time tracking so you can keep up with your shipments. And with affordable upfront pricing, there are no hidden fees or surprise surcharges to throw off your cost sheets. It all adds up to predictable deliveries you can depend on, because knowing your logistics are handled lets you focus on everything else, your customers, your team, and the future you're building. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to start shipping with confidence. USPS Ground Advantage. We mean business. I had a breakfast mentoring meeting yesterday with a young woman who was just amazing. She is graduating from college with a degree in wealth management, and she reached out hoping for some pointers. And listen, if somebody's in Texarkana and wants to go into this beautiful field of personal finance and helping people get their money together, that is incredible. But even more incredible is how she reached out, how she was trying to network. And I was having a discussion that finding the right person and avoiding the wrong person for a role, that's what can make or break an organization. And we just don't see that many qualified people. So how do you find them? Well, Indeed sponsored jobs is a boost whenever you need to find quality talent. If you're hiring, Indeed is all you need. You can stop struggling to get your job post even seen on other sites. You'll match with quality candidates with Indeed's sponsored jobs. Get matched with and hire quality candidates who can drive the results you need. Reach candidates who meet your specific criteria like skills, certifications, or location. It drives me crazy when I'm matched with all kinds of people who aren't a fit. I don't have that kind of time. People are finding quality hires on Indeed right now. In the minute I've been talking to you, companies like yours made 27 hires on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. Sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed are 95% more likely to report a hire than non-sponsored jobs. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all the boxes. Less stress, less time, more results. When you need the right person to cut through the chaos, this is a job for Indeed sponsored job. And here's what's cool, Stackers. You're going to get $75 in sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support Stacking Benjamins by saying you heard about Indeed right here at Stacking Benjamins. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring, do it the right way with Indeed.
Big show today, big headline. Let's get going.
Hello, darlings. And now it's time for your favorite part of the show, our Stacking Benjamin's headlines.
Our headline today comes to us from Ars Technica.
Never heard of it.
Haven't said that in a while.
That was a good movie. Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah, I do like that, but it wasn't. What was that called? It was
Ex
called
Machina.
Ex Machina. Yes,
Machina, but okay.
Ars Technica and other places reported this. This is written by Ashley Belange's particular one. SEC crypto crackdown continues with some broker as lawsuit looms. Guess which one? Which broker would be in trouble with the SEC again? You'll never believe
Doug's
it.
mom.
Doug's mom. Yes. No. Doug's mom is code for backdoor Roth. Mega.
Oh,
super
backdoor
mega.
Roth. Yes.
Indeed.
It is. Steal from the man who doesn't know better and put it in their pockets. That's Robinhood. Robinhood in the news because this piece writes, continuing its crackdown on cryptocurrency exchanges, SEC may potentially sue Robinhood over securities violations alleged in the popular investing app's crypto unit. Robinhood Crypto actually reported that in a recent SEC filing. Robinhood Markets Chief Financial Officer Jason Warnick confirmed that Robinhood Crypto has received investigative subpoenas from the SEC regarding its cryptocurrency listings, custody of cryptocurrency, and platform operations. It is.
That will never get old, by the way.
For one of us. You know, OG, this is such an old story, but your broker is not your friend. The place you hold your money is not your friend, but they certainly don't need to be your enemy again this much.
Yeah, I don't know what the lawsuit is for here or what they're allegedly in trouble for, but I think this also goes back to, what was it, probably about 5 months ago? Was it 5 months ago that the SEC allowed crypto ETFs or crypto mutual funds? And we're just kind of at a loss as to why one would have that other than the availability of it in a qualified plan, which makes it easier. I'm sure there's a way to get crypto in your IRA. Maybe this is the way, through Robinhood or something. Not that I don't think would want to do that, but why wouldn't you just own it directly? There's platforms and there's ways to own. If that's a thing that you want to do, why do you want to run it through an intermediary party?
Have it all in one spot. I mean, kind of as a dashboard, like your
Okay.
your Schwab account.
So are they in trouble potentially because of the custodial type relationship of the actual crypto, or because of a product related to crypto, like the ETF that they're selling or something like that?
Well, out of all the stuff that Robinhood has been blamed for, this one in this piece, OG, Robinhood actually tried to get out in front of it, is what they're saying. This is obviously all Robinhood PR. Robinhood getting out in front of the story with their PR team going, hey, SEC might be investigating us. But they followed it up with, they needed more clarity from regulators, which hasn't come. Their chief legal compliance and corporate affairs officer, Dan Gallagher, testified to Congress that a year and a half of engaged talks with the SEC did not help Robinhood get any more clarity on how to register its crypto trading business. This left Robinhood living in a, quote, world of confusion around crypto, Robinhood said on its website last December. Gallagher told Congress the most fundamental problem in digital asset markets is that there's no clear guidance on which digital assets the SEC and Commodity Futures Trading Commission deemed to be securities and commodities, respectively, and how cryptocurrency platforms and digital asset securities can be appropriately registered under federal law. And so,
so it's a combination of both the product, because currency, is it a commodity? Is it a security? That matters for tax purposes. It matters for record keeping. It matters for, the security of the stuff, in terms of how much of it they have to keep on hand, all that sort of jazz. And then also the products associated with it in terms of, we want to create a product that revolves around this business. We want to create an ETF. We want to create a mutual fund. We want to do, create something. We don't know where to put that, where to register it, where to, what rules to follow. Because obviously the commodity market has different rules than the securities market has different rules than banks. They're all different in terms of and oversight for that matter.
It is frustrating because the SEC, in the past, we've reported on this, the SEC has one opinion of what it is. They said it's not a security.
Yeah.
And now the SEC is kind of saying it is a security when they stepped in last year and really began going after some of these different companies. In fact, they had a Coinbase lawsuit that happened previously, and Robinhood even delisted the cryptocurrencies that were flagged in that lawsuit at that time, just to try to not run afoul of the SEC. They're like, hey, we even tried to play nicely by getting rid of Solana, Polygon, and Cardano. I don't know much about any of those, but
well, they're down 90%, so you would be right at home.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, maybe like the new stock I just picked up.
You can get in. It's only up from here.
Yeah. Everybody's getting low on those when Robinhood brings them back. But the IRS says it's not a legal tender. That cryptos aren't legal tender. So every time you buy a pizza with your crypto, you're paying a capital gains tax or maybe a loss.
Right. But then they also don't treat it like a normal capital asset in that there's no wash sale time frame. If you do lose money on it, you can sell it and turn around and buy it back instantaneously. You don't have to worry about wash sale. So that's not a security, because security, I don't know. Wild, wild west, basically.
It is frustrating. We had Rick Edelman on the show last year, and he was talking about how in love with crypto he is a year ago. You're not on that. So you haven't been on that side of the fence. OG, is your feeling about crypto much changed?
No, because it's not, it's, if you want it to be a replacement for currency, then it has to be widely accepted and transferable between people. It's just not it's not easily, and then people who are good at that are like, oh, it's super easy to move. You just, and it's done. You can't buy a pizza with it, like you said. And to do it requires it's a huge pain in the butt to do. And back to your point, the government views that as like a security transaction then, which is different. So it's just a harder thing to do. And, I certainly don't look at it as an investment, because investments have products and tend to produce goods and services or some sort of profit, right? They're like, there's a profit motive associated with a business that one would invest in. Whereas crypto's profit motive is there's only so much of it. That's their thesis of get it while you can, because there's only 21 million of them or whatever the number is. So that's speculation. That's going, I think I can buy it today for a lower price and I can sell it tomorrow in the future for a higher price.
It's funny. I remember when Kevin Rose was on the show and I asked him, about crypto being safe. And he said, if you're going to, quote, invest or speculate on crypto, you don't want to do it when it's safe. You actually want to do it when it's not safe. Don't use grandma's money. Don't use money you can't afford not to lose. Dollar cost average in, put a little bit, in at a time. It should all be money you can lose. But the only time you ever make money in something like this is when it is the Wild West. And I think what we're seeing now is just another bump in the road as the SEC finally has more. It looks like they're trying to apply some regulation to it, OG, to make it more feasible, which also kind of takes this, these gigantic swings away from crypto. It'll be interesting to see where this ends up. More coming down the line, by the way. Many in the crypto industry, this piece says, has publicly insisted more regulations are necessary to invest and innovate, but others are quietly taking a different route and hoping to block legislation, according to data from OpenSecrets.org, compiled by progressive think tank Public Citizen. Public Citizen found that cryptocurrency industry super PACs have raised $102 million to elect pro-cryptocurrency candidates to Congress this year, ranking among the top 3 super PACs raising money this year.
Isn't that the whole purpose of crypto, though, is to not have it be regulated?
Isn't that funny? Yeah. Have it not be anything, which maybe that's why the super PAC is hoping to influence legislators to get them to stay out of it. It's going to be even far more interesting to see what comes next. Speaking of crypto, we'll dive even deeper in the 201, our newsletter that comes out tomorrow, stackingbenjamins.com/201 to get our free twice a week newsletter. Time for our TikTok Minute. This is the part of the show where we shine a light on a TikTok creator who is either doing something brilliant or air quotes brilliant. We went to OG last time. So Doug, I'm going to go to you. Is this going to be brilliant or air quotes?
I always find TikTok just phenomenally informational. And
it's where you go for all your news.
Yeah. With an enormous amount of veracity. It's unquestionable how valuable that medium is.
It's so great. I can't wait for the government to ban it. It's the worst thing imaginable.
Well, I suppose there's that, but that has nothing to do with the high quality content they're producing. That's not why they're banning it.
Sometimes things are ridiculous. Let's talk about, while we're talking about regulation, OG, and even Robinhood being confused by regulators. I don't know how hard it is to confuse Robinhood, but it isn't just them. Listen to this. A lot of people don't understand why mutual funds and some investments don't beat their index. We'll talk about it after we listen to this TikTok. This is Commercially Speaking on TikTok.
I'll tell you a great case that's out there where a guy raised $6 million and he was going to buy property A. That's what he told everyone. Well, he bought property B. Property B actually turned out pretty good. And he gave the people all their money back plus more profit than he had promised in property A. But someone got a burr in their butt and took him to the SEC, and the SEC sued him. And the SEC put him in jail for 7 years. And the SEC gave him a financial fine. His defense was no harm, no foul.
Which is interesting because, this is good for new investors to understand this. So this guy goes to jail because he says he's going to do thing A. He's going to buy property A. He instead buys property B. When you are a regulated security, you have to do exactly what it says in your prospectus. You have to do exactly what it says in your prospectus. And I think a lot of people that go, how come this fund manager isn't keeping up with the S&P 500? Well, it's because the S&P 500 is invested in large company stocks. And going back to Monday's headline, this fund manager says, I got to invest in small cap value. And small cap value not doing what the S&P 500 is doing right now.
Is the prospectus that thing that I use to start fires with in the wintertime when it's
keep
cold?
A fire burning for hours, man.
Still
Those
get
things
it on
are
paper.
thick.
Yeah,
if you get it in paper. Well, Doug prints his out. Just like all his emails every day. Prints out all the emails.
I'd like to be able to touch it.
Takes him over with his Frosted Flakes and reads his emails.
Puts it in his mailbox. So
that's right.
I've got mail. Yes,
Look at this.
It makes me feel popular.
It does.
I'm not sure that I feel too sorry for this guy. It sounds like the people that were interviewing this man were like aghast that they would do that. I mean, there's a story going around a couple of weeks ago about the FTX guy, Bankman Fried or whatever his name was, that
Sammy,
that he shouldn't be in jail because all of his investors were made whole. Because they just, it blew up when the crypto went down to, whatever, Bitcoin went down to like 16,000. Now that it went back to 60 or 70,000, he's like, look, you guys just had to give me enough time. It's fine. It's fine. Never mind, I stole all this money, but everybody's fine. And the reality is that they weren't made whole. They were put back to the dollar amount that it was in November, but had they had the assets that they were supposed to have from November to present, they would have actually made money. So to your point, when you're investing or you're thinking about investing money with a person or a place or whatever their mandate is, to your point in their prospectus, or if it's a private position, private equity type thing, whatever they say they're going to do, they have to pretty much adhere to. If you're comparing that asset class to a different asset class, I think you're doing yourself a disservice in terms of trying to figure out whether or not that was a good choice. And frankly, as long as you are keeping it relatively simple, buying ETFs and diversifying it, then you shouldn't even worry about it ever anyway. Like, it's just invest and don't ever touch it.
Well, and that brings up a good point, OG, which is, we talk about don't touch it and don't second guess. And people that espouse active management, they always say, well, in a down market, the manager can go and can find these things that are down and can move it around. Not much. I mean, to these guys' point, that you have to do what it says in the prospectus. And if the prospectus says invest in large company stock, and this guy sells it and goes 85% cash, unless it says that he can do that or she can do that in the prospectus, which I don't know many prospectuses that do. If it says I'm in a large cap fund, I'm investing in large company stocks, period. That is what I do. And I keep minimal cash on hand. Even if they make money, they'll get sued.
Well, and the reality is that if you're diversified and you're buying low cost passive type products, you have a built-in buy low, sell high strategy, which is the different asset classes. We were talking on Monday about small companies and how they haven't done well compared to large tech companies this year. And what do you make of that info? And behind the scenes, after we got done, I was just kind of playing around on a tool that I really like. It's called Portfolio Visualizer. Some people may have seen it and used it before. You can put in some information and kind of back test it a little bit. And what you and I talked about really briefly is I said, well, since 2000, if you would have had all of your money in small companies or all of your money in large companies, or had a 75-25 mix or a 70-30 mix of large and small, US based, you'd have about the same amount of money. The outcome has been about the same in the last 25 years. The roller coaster ride along the way has been vastly different. The small companies were through the roof in 2021 and cratered like crazy since then. Large companies did the exact opposite. They went down a whole bunch and then back up a whole bunch. And if you were just diversified and then rebalanced once a year, it was just a smoother ride. You can look at the curve and see how that curve, well, it still bounced around a lot. 2008 still happened. COVID still happened when it comes to market declines, but it was less of a decline. And you have a built-in strategy for going, oh, this thing's not doing proportionately what it should. And this thing did more than it should. I can sell the profits from here, reinvest it in here. And over long periods of time, that $10,000 investment turns 6x in 25 years.
I love this idea that active manager is not your answer to the ups and downs of the market, that diversification is. And what always blew me away at the beginning of my career, and I think still blows people away every time we bring this up, is you can take an asset class like large company stocks, add 3 other more volatile asset classes to that mix, and your portfolio volatility will actually go down just because you've got 4 different swings instead of 1. And they're like, how do you buy more volatile stuff than what I already had? My volatility goes down. It's because it's because, to your point, diversification is your friend.
You diversified. Yeah.
Yeah. Really interesting. It was funny when we were in our planning meeting for this episode, Lisa Curry, the comedian and our brilliant writer, was like, I learned something today. She's like, I think I even knew all the words with that one, which was pretty cool. How about that, Doug? TikTok really bringing it. It did crack me up, OG. Ya. I know. And it did crack me up, OG. These guys are like, oh my God, really? Yeah. You don't do what you say you're going to do. That's protecting the investor right there. I hope they get that right with crypto soon. Coming up in a minute, we're going to have a call from, how do you pronounce this? Damon? Damon is going to be calling us. But before that, Doug, you've got...
One more time, Joe. Who is that?
Damon.
Damon.
We got some around the water cooler talk, which means the trivia is up.
You got
What do we got today?
Hey there, stackers. I'm Joe's mom's neighbor, Doug. Happy birthday to friend of the show, legendary rock music producer, Brian Eno. That's
big
right.
fan, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's probably listening. Hey, Brian. listening right now. A composer, a singer, a keyboardist himself, Eno helped cement the iconic styles of some of the biggest names in rock music, from David Bowie to the Talking Heads to Radiohead, and someday, probably me. Probably. You know, I've always thought I'd make a great world-famous musician. I've already got all qualities. Okay, fine, I'll list them off for you. I'm good-looking, charismatic, stylish, not to mention talented and humble. Between my air guitar and shower singing, I'm practically a one-man band already. I would have pursued a career in music years ago, but I don't want to give up my privacy. The last thing I need is bigger hordes of adoring fans showing up at my door, bringing me gifts at all hours of the night. I already live in fear of that right now, and I'm only a smidge less famous than Prince was. Speaking of Prince, I just realized that I can perform under a pseudonym or even a symbol. Maybe a capital D for Doug, vertical lines through it like a $sign. That would be awesome. Today's trivia question is, in 1984, Brian Eno teamed up with which Irish rock band to create one of the most iconic albums of all time? I'll be back right after I find my leather pants and fur vest.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada?
Yes, please. Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/listen and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/listen.
Did you know Fast Growing Trees is America's largest and most trusted online nursery with thousands of trees and plants and over 2 million happy customers? Whether you're planting fruit trees, adding privacy, brightening things up with flowers, or bringing in houseplants, Fast Growing Trees has it all. Even better, they can help you find options that are right for your climate, your space, and lifestyle. Click Order Grow. Every plant arrives healthy with the Alive and Thrive guarantee straight to your door. So if you're ready to get planting, this is the moment. Right now, they have great deals on spring planting essentials, up to half off on select plants. And listeners to our show get 20% off their first purchase when using the code WWO at checkout. That's an additional 20% off. Better plants and better growing at fastgrowingtrees.com using the code WWO at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com, code WWO. Now's the perfect time to plant. Let's grow together. Use WWO to save today. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. Go to growingfasttrees.com for details.
Hey there, stackers. I'm Lenny Kravitz's body double and the artist formerly known as Joe's mom's neighbor, Doug. Just as I suspected, my leather pants fit perfectly, just like they did the day I got them last week. In unrelated news, I need to add baby powder to my grocery list here on out. Today's trivia question is, which Irish rock band's iconic 1984 album did Brian Eno produce? The answer, 1984 was an incredible year for rock music. Bruce Springsteen released Born in the USA, the Talking Heads released Stop Making Sense, and Brian Eno produced the iconic album The Joshua Tree by U2. And now, back to Joe and OG.
Brian Eno's made some great music of his own, but not really well-known dude, Doug. I mean, people that
outside of the music industry.
Yeah, people that really are music geeks like love Brian Eno, but the vast majority of people, he's been like the puppet master most of his career.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he is. He is legendary. Him and Rick Rubin are probably the two of the greatest producers of all time.
Well, and I think Rick Rubin, well, maybe just because of all the media appearances he's done lately, far more front stage than Brian Eno's done. By the way, Brian Eno has a wild concept album from way back, Music for Airports.
Probably some people consider that the first concept album ever, actually. It's certainly very early, but Music for Airports, nothing will chill you out faster than Music for Airports.
A little hard to listen to.
Oh, not if you're trying to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. They will put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's not go to sleep on this. Time for the segment where one stacker said, you know what? I better call Saul, see hi, and probably even more than that, OG, really. If you would like to place a call and get OG's take, head to stackingbenjamins.com/voicemail, and you can ask a question much like today's caller, Damon.
Hi, Joe and OG and OEI President-elect Doug. Some friends and I were having a discussion about how if you invest the max on your Roth IRA when you are 16 to 18 years old and never add any additional money again, you will have $1 million when you are 64. However, what high schooler is going to be able to save $7,000 and pay for gas money and prom tickets, etc.? So my question is, can you make, say, $2,000 but contribute the max $7,000 from your savings account, aka mom and dad?
That was
period.
Abrupt and cut.
Scene.
Damon.
I'm done talking now.
It's like, and we're done. Thanks for the question. If you make $2,000, let me see if I get this right. Can you save the full $7,500?
So a couple of things. Firstly, if I put $7,000 in for 2 years when I'm 16 and 17 and don't touch it for the next 47 years until I'm 65, how much will I have? Somewhere in the $650K range. You'll have put in 14,000, turns into 650. So not quite $1 million, but
I think he was talking about 3 years, 16, 17, 18.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes. Let's go to the future where OG has that answer too. Welcome to the future, everyone. And now OG will present the answer for 3 years. What return are you using?
8.
I bet Damon was using
damn it, $1,002,000. He's exactly right.
Bam.
He's exactly right. But a far better option would be to also contribute the maximum during all those other years, in which case you'd have $5 million. So,
But isn't that wild that you could contribute those 3 years, you got $1 million, contribute the rest of the years, and you're only at 5.
The other 47 and you get to 5.
And you get to 5. Yeah.
That ought to tell you everything you know about starting early.
There it is. Well, so what's the rule? If it's $7,500, can he just put in 2,000?
It's 7,000 this year is the maximum for everybody under 50. And the maximum,
I think it's pronounced 50, but anyway,
the maximum amount is determined by one of two things. It's either the maximum, which is $7,000, or your earned income for the year, whichever is less. So in Damon's example, kids make $2,000. They are limited to $2,000. They're limited to their earnings for that year. So sounds like your kids need a better job. Go work them more. Get out there, hustle and grind, sophomore.
But is it considered earned income if it's received as a gift from a grandparent or something?
Not even remotely close.
Right. So then can they go up to the max earn of that year if it's as a gift?
No, you have to have earned income.
Okay.
You have to make it. You have to hustle and grind, Doug. I know it's something that you're not used to, but
can you define
get there and get a little sweaty?
Hustle?
Get your hands dirty. Sir, if you would be so kind, sir. So yeah, there's a lot of ways for kids to earn extra money. I mean, there's even some rumors out there about parents who own businesses who will pay their kids money so that they have the earned numbers and then turn around basically and fund it. I mean, you have to be in a really great financial position to be able to do that, though. I mean, think of it this way. Like, imagine, and we want to give our kids the best, right? You hope that your kids have a way better life than you and, everything's roses and sunshine. But if you're not on track for your own financial independence, if you're not on track for your own retirement, put money in your kid's name so that they get a step ahead, so they have $1 million at 65. I don't know. That's a tough pill for me to swallow. I get why you want to do it because of the compounding and that sort of thing. But remember, just because it works out on paper doesn't mean that works out in real life. You put $7,000 a year in a kid's account from 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, when they turn 18, that's their money. You can say things like, don't touch it. We really strongly encourage you not to do it. No, you don't need to go to grad school and use your Roth IRA money. You shouldn't use the house. You shouldn't, take this money out. I know things are tough, but you shouldn't touch your Roth. But, people are going to do what they're going to do. And so there's no guarantee that you're going to put this money away. It's going to sit there for 47 years untouched, uninvested in Lumen Technologies, those 47 years,
Just imagine how high that'll be.
Parked in a SPY fund for a half century. So you have to be in a really unique and strong financial position to be able to, I think, entertain this.
But I think there are some ways to do it. I mean, Damon's talking about bank of mom and dad, and can you actually, with all the other things kids got going on. But I think that these lessons about saving and learning those lessons early, how many times have we had some of these brilliant 25, 30, 35-year-olds who tell us that the reason they're so far ahead is because of these lessons from mom and dad at 16, 17, and 18, and the part-time job. And mom and dad, maybe instead of investing on their behalf, mom and dad helping out with some of the other expenses that Junior has that helps them then put the money away themselves. I think if Junior puts the money away themselves and they learn that muscle early, they're much less likely to touch it when they turn 18, 19, 20.
I agree. Yeah. But what I was talking about in addition to that was the people who figure out a way to kind of circumvent the whole thing. I own a business, so I pay my kids $7,000 each, and then I put the money in. It's like, well, that's $20,000. If you got $20,000 extra dollars, then you should be able to do all sorts of good stuff with it, including, help your kids get ahead. But if you're behind in your own retirement and you're like, I'm going to give my kids $20,000 every year for the next couple of years, I don't know about that. There are far fewer people who I think should be doing the kids stuff that should be doing their own stuff. Now, your kid works, makes $1,500, and you encourage them to put it in the Roth. That's awesome. Good job.
Well, and that's why I think take that excitement about doing that for your kid and turn it into just education, financial education. Spend the time on financial education so your kid's motivated to try to do it themselves.
Right.
Speaking of that, we're going to do a whole show on that on Friday.
Oh, excellent.
Friday, we got 3 financial educators. It is a special edition of our roundtable episode. We've got Rob Phelan, who is a high school teacher and created an entire financial curriculum for kids that people can download. We have the host of the Art of Allowance podcast, John Lanza. He also is with a group called the Money Mammals, teaching kids about money. And then third is Maya Korbik, who is a CPA who wrote a book about teaching kids how to invest at a young age. So we're going to be talking with summer vacation coming up, OG. It's right around the corner for you, man, just a couple weeks away.
Can't wait.
How do you teach your kids about money? And we're going to dive into that on Friday. So thanks for the question, Damon. If you've got a question for us like he does, head to stackingbenjamins.com/voicemail. One more segment today, and that is the back porch. And guys, we have some news. We've got homes everywhere for this great little road tour that OG has promised he's coming on with me. So very excited that OG has decided that he's coming to all these places. I wish he would. But
me too.
Yesterday, of course, we were in Cleveland. Thanks to everybody that came out, because that's still in the future. I'll say it was a great time. It was amazing. We flooded the place with all kinds of people. It was incredible.
And when Mike got up and sang, that was amazing.
Did you guys do Freebird?
Yes, duh, of course.
That dude's crazy.
And then tomorrow night, we will be in Detroit. And guess what? We got a home, Doug. We got a home. As of, literally, as we record this as of an hour ago, we will be at the Ferndale Project. It's going to be great. They said, yeah, come on. And what's funny is I've been reporting about all these high room fees. Ferndale Project's like, yeah, come, please.
Good people in Ferndale.
Yep. Going to be super cool. So happy because we were at their sister brew house, Easter Market Brewing, which, Doug, they had great beers.
They did.
So if you could join us tomorrow in fabulous Ferndale at the Ferndale Project. Head to stackingbenjamins.com/meetup.
Fashionable Ferndale, maybe?
What? Don't they call it Fabulous Ferndale?
I think it might be Fashionable Ferndale.
Is it Fashionable Ferndale?
Fantastic
Ferndale. Fantabulous. I think it's Fantabulous Ferndale.
Fantabulous Ferndale.
That's the Detroit area. We'll be in the suburb of Ferndale. And then Boston, next Thursday, we will be in the suburb of Malden at Faces Brewing. So come join us. All of these are at 6:30 p.m. And, in Kalamazoo on Friday. I almost forgot. 2 days from now, Kalamazoo on Friday, we will be, that's going to be a little bit more of an informal thing because we were unable to secure a more private spot for us. So We just have seats for 20 at a place called The Hub, downtown Kalamazoo, Michigan. And then next Thursday, now Boston, the suburb of Malden, we will be at Faces Brewing. So come join us there. Going to be a super lot of fun. I can't wait. And in Detroit, Doug will be with me. And OG, like I said, it's going to make a surprise appearance at all of them. Surprise everybody.
Like the scene from National Lampoon's Vacation.
Which one?
Scene is that?
Christmas Vacation, where he says, we got you something special, Clark. He goes, oh, you didn't have to get me anything. Damn it. Bethany, he guessed it.
He guessed it. It's going to be great. All right. That's that. OG, you've been playing a video game with your kids. We haven't talked video games in a little while.
Yeah, I mean, that's not fair to say. I played 7 innings of a video game with my kids.
The show.
I play a little baseball. Rocked him for a 2-run home run in the first, and then bunted my way to a run in the bottom of the 4th.
Which is how all the pros do it.
I bunted the bases loaded. I felt pretty good about that. And then
manufacturing offense, Joe.
I was, he was dealing the heat as the Cleveland pitchers often do. He was, and finally I got him to put in the 52 rated pitcher. Hit a couple base knocks after that. So turned it over to my closer, my other son, to finish up the game, down 5-9. That's not, I guess that wouldn't be your closer. It'd be more like another starting pitcher.
A whole different team.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Basically, I'm like, hey, fix this so I can't lose.
Bring in the A team.
Hey, New York Yankees, come on in here.
Yeah, somebody who holds a controller more than twice a year.
Yeah, not my thing anymore. But I can still beat him in a foot race, I think. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put that on YouTube. I feel like I can beat my kids on a 100-yard dash still. We haven't picked the date yet, but it's gonna happen before school's out.
God, let's alert the ambulance ahead of time, Doug.
I would recommend doing that on something of a soft surface.
Oh no, it's a track. We're going track spikes, singlet, the whole thing. I'm gonna look like an Olympic class runner.
The singlet?
Track
fantastic.
Spike. Yes, sir. Yep.
Gonna start out of the blocks.
Yeah.
Can I hold the starter's gun?
Ooh, that's a good idea. We need one of those too.
What are you gonna do with it, Doug? Shoot him?
Put him out of his misery? Before the race even starts?
Everybody seems to think I'm gonna hurt something, but I feel pretty good about it.
Oh my God.
Tell OG's kids that if they got $10, he'll just aim the starting gun right at Dad.
That's right.
Don't do that. That's not nice.
No, that isn't very nice.
But I still feel I got it. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with this. If I win, I feel like I really take the competitive spirit out of my kids. Like they just go, oh man, can't beat the old man.
Do you think so?
I think they'll be so sad in their athletic
snuff
achievements.
The spark right out of them for the rest of their life.
I'm very concerned about that, honestly. If they don't win by a considerable margin, I feel like that would be the case. Like if it's a close, I think that'd be.
It sounds like you're
I might have to let off the gas. Honestly, I might have to be up by 20 yards and like really just like stumble,
grab your hamstring,
and let it
limp across.
Yeah. I think, Doug, this is OG making excuses ahead of time. Well, I didn't want to break their spirit.
Right it is.
I didn't want to break their spirit, so I had to let them win.
I'm not saying I have to let them win. I'm concerned about winning and how it will make them feel the rest of their adult lives.
OG's a giver. Yeah, that's right. Kids in therapy 10 years from now. What happened? Dad beat me in that foot race.
Well, it started back when I was 15. It involved my dad. Oh, what did your dad do? Show me on the doll. You know, it's like, well, he was moving his legs really fast and I couldn't catch up with him.
Both of these legs.
Oh, no.
They were moving so fast.
Oh no.
I couldn't get there.
You'll never have grandkids if you beat them in this race.
Yeah.
Doug, did you ever do feats of test of strength with your kids?
Oh yeah.
And how long before you lost? You haven't lost yet, maybe.
Well, you just have to know when to stop so that they still think maybe you still have it.
Yeah.
So you got to know when to quit. But I don't know.
I've been talking a lot of smack for a year on this. I feel like I need to.
Here's the thing I will say: there is no downside for you if you lose.
Oh, if I lose, God no.
Right?
No downside.
So you got nothing to lose.
You're supposed to
except
beat me.
some medical
You're a high
bills.
school track athlete.
Yeah.
That would bust their spirit if they're a high school track athlete.
Yeah, that's my point.
And Dad beats them.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll be like, "Oh Lord,
I think I can pull an 11.8." And
11.8. Is that 11 hours? You talking about 11 hours,
I've gotten
right?
faster since I was in high school.
I did look at very seriously. I'm like, I do better on the whole eating and working out thing if I enter competitions, so if I've got some goal, half marathon or something I'm working on,
but I just went to the UT.
I thought if you meant you do better on eating if you enter eating competitions.
If I enter, yeah, I do better. I'm very good, but I'm not good enough, so I keep trying. Yeah. No, I went to the USATF website because, you know, our friend he used to have the Paychecks and Balances podcast, Rich is doing adult track meets out in the San Francisco Bay Area, and he does long jump and triple jump. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll see if I can get out there and do the 1500. Why did your brain go to naked? Really?
You said they were adult track meets. What else would they be?
This is why we can't have nice things.
I know, right? So I went and looked at the 1500, the national 1500. First of all, 9 people from around the world competed last year at the 1500 in the 54 to 58 division, I think. Yeah. And the worst time in the 1500 was 6 minutes and 50 seconds.
Wow.
I think if I worked my ass
totally
off,
do that. It's like a 6 minute mile, bro.
I might be able to. No, it's like a 7 minute mile.
It's like a 7 minute mile.
It's a 7 minute mile. The fastest I've run a mile in the past 5 years has been like 8, just under 8.
Yeah, you need to hustle and grind.
I was running further, so I might do that. I think I'm going to go run this thing. You got to do the regional meet first and then the national meet.
Speaking of track meets, you'll appreciate this. I was watching a YouTube clip of a local Dallas team. One was from it was the state final, 6A state final, 4x200.
On fire.
Yeah. The winning time was 1 minute, 22 seconds.
Wow.
The second place time was 1 minute, 23 seconds.
Yeah.
It's also very fast.
Faster than over half the college teams in the nation.
The previous national high school record was 1 minute, 23 and a half seconds.
2 of them broke the record.
The national high school record. Duncanville High School was number 1. Their 4 guys ran at minute 22, averaged 20.5. 4 guys, 20.5. And you know one of those dudes ran like a 19.1 or something like that in their leg. It was so fast. It was
the way Texas does their high school track and field stuff. It's just a buzzsaw. I mean, you go directly to. I think now they have like a sub-regional and then the regional, or they call it the district or whatever.
District regionals.
Yeah,
final. Yeah,
but so you know, my daughter was undefeated every season until she got to that district meet, and the district meet is like a big, huge part of the state. Like it's a monster part of the state. No, I take that back.
The regional meet.
She would even win the district meet.
She won the district and then went to the regional.
Then she would go to the regional. The last year she was against the woman's last name was Okolu, who about a year and a half later, OG, when she was running for the University of Texas, competed in the Olympics.
Ah, well.
My daughter went from undefeated to getting her doors blown off. I mean, just completely doors blown off.
Yeah.
Pretty unbelievable. For me, my goal won't be to win, though. I'm just thinking if I don't take last place, like how fun would that be to get back out of the
You
track?
don't want to beat them too badly. Then they shatters their self-esteem.
Absolutely.
For the rest of their lives. As adults, they end up in there. It's just, I mean, could you imagine being 58 and getting smoked by a 56-year-old?
I know.
You'd be like, what the frick, bro?
Yeah, right. Especially one who looks as out of shape as me.
Yeah. Bowling pin is a shape. Don't worry about it.
It seems like a lot of effort for an Instagram post.
It's going to be great. Speaking of great, I'd love to hear other people's stories about feats of strength with their kids. What do you guys do to make sure that your kids stay grounded and realize that dad or mom is fully in control? I'd love to hear those stories.
Tell you what, arm wrestling, dads can last a long time in arm wrestling against their sons.
I feel like I could. That's easy. That's I got many years on that.
My oldest son works out 6 days a week, and I think I could still put up a pretty good fight. I don't know if I could win still, but I'd put up a really good fight because dad strength is a real thing.
Yeah, 100%. Grip. It's the grip strength. It's not just the bicep,
and
right?
Body
it's
mass.
Like yeah.
I work on my body mass every day.
Your BMI, you're going for 100. 100 points on the BMI scale. None of this low 20s.
Doug's also had a lot of practice with the grip.
Yeah, 100%. He's got one of those like squeezy things.
Yes, squeezy. That's what he calls it, the squeezy thing.
Does it squeak? Does yours squeak when you do it? Mine's like, you know what I'm talking about?
The little squeezy thing?
My squeezy thing.
What are you talking about?
It squeaks when I squeeze it. Yeah,
wow.
Put some oil on it or something.
It's awkward.
There is medicine for that.
Boy, that got weird in a hurry. But back to arm wrestling. Just over a year ago, they had the championships for not arm wrestling, but that slap competition.
Oh, yeah. That's ridiculous.
And it was here in Texarkana. Like they brought it here, and a friend of mine went and saw it, and he's like, I thought it was going to be really dumb. He goes, it is weirdly compelling. It is like weirdly compelling. Have you watched any videos of that?
I've seen videos. It's frowned upon to do that with your kids, though.
To slap your kid like that?
Have you seen
that? We can encourage that particular competition with your kids.
I saw a variation of that the other day on YouTube. Yeah. Dad goes first. Dad strength. I saw a variation of that the other day where it was you sat there with shorts on, you had a rubber band around your thigh, and you had a kazoo in your mouth. And somebody else would snap the rubber band, and if you made a noise then you lost. You kept going, and so like literally be like, because you just got snapped in the leg with a big rubber band, and so you had to be completely quiet without making any noise, and that's how you won the game.
God, is that funny?
Yeah, just a bunch of adult guys running around snapping each other with rubber bands with kazoos in their mouth, going.
How drunk are you when you create that game? I know what we're gonna do.
Put this in your mouth. Tell me if this hurts.
Doug, get us out of here. What should be on our to-do list today? Probably kazoos and snapping rubber bands.
I'll do my best, Joe, but I don't think anything's going to save us from this. Here's what's at the top of our to-do list today. First, take some advice from Robinhood. I almost got that out without laughing. Find a broker who maybe doesn't leave you broker. I'll say it again for you guys in the back. Find a broker who doesn't make you broker. Get it? I was sitting right there. I had to swing at it. Second, wonder why your fund manager doesn't perform? It's because they have to stick to the prospectus, which leads us to the to-do. Stop complaining about the manager and start reading the prospectuses. And what's the biggest to-do? I gotta soundproof the basement for recording sessions. I don't want to go into a studio and risk blowing my cover before I even get started. This show is the property of SB Podcasts, LLC, copyright 2024, and is created by Joe Saul-Sehy. Our producer is Karen Repine. Karen and Joe get help from a few of our neighborhood friends. You'll find out about our awesome team at stackingbenjamins.com, along with the show notes and how you can find us on YouTube and all the usual social media spots. Come say hello. Oh yeah, and before I go, not only should you not take advice from these nerds, don't take advice from people you don't know. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Before making any financial decisions, speak with a real financial advisor. I'm Joe's mom's neighbor, Doug, and we'll see you next time back here at the Stacking Benjamin Show.